Good morning, everybody, and welcome to The Balancing Act. We're glad you joined us. I'm Julie Moran.
And I'm Olga Villaverde. Today, we'll be talking about improving quality of life when it comes to some pretty serious medical issues. In fact, it's an in-depth and personal look into the lives of several patients who deal with an uncomfortable situation every day of their lives.
Really, these are very heartfelt stories. They're sometimes hard to listen to, but very important to talk about. And so stay with us. The Balancing Act starts right now.
Their medical device is routinely used by both men and women. And as a growing number of the U.S. population ages, it's a device certain to increase in demand and use. Now, we're talking about urinary catheters, and while a sensitive medical topic, no doubt, it's one that really merits discussion. With us to do exactly that, Nikki McCormick, Managing Director for WellSpect Healthcare. Also joining us this morning is Dr. Matthew Sand, a urologist with the Shepherd Center in Atlanta. And later on, we're going to get a close-up and personal conversation with two catheter users, young adults benefiting from the use of state-of-the-art catheters, here to lend their personal perspective on this important topic. Good morning to both of you.
Good morning.
Nikki, let me start with you. Let's talk about exactly what is a urinary catheter and what it's used for.
Okay, well, intermittent catheterization is the second best way to empty your bladder. The first way is what you and I do voluntarily every day.
Sure.
It's a special tube called a catheter that's inserted into the bladder. It drains the urine, and then it's removed and discarded. So it allows the bladder to work normally, filling and emptying as needed. And there are many conditions that cause the bladder to not work properly. For instance, spinal cord injury,
that's right,
MS, spina bifida, the aging process. So intermittent catheterization allows the bladder to work normally. And low-fric is a hydrophilic catheter that allows the patient to use that product and maintain their bladder health.
Doctor, obviously the makeup of a man and woman are different. So are catheters designed differently for each individual?
Sure. The ultimate design of the catheter is similar. It's really the length of the catheter that's different. The male and female urinary tract are of different lengths. That's the main difference. Now,
Nikki, your company developed and invented the hydrophilic catheter. Tell me more about that.
WellSpect, formerly Astrotech, invented the low-fric catheter back in 1983, and we've continued to develop and evolve the products during that time up until the present day of the newer products like low-fric Origo and low-fric Sense. So we've been around a long time, have a lot of experience, and we continue to, after 30 years of being an expert in the intermittent catheterization market, we're leaders in innovation, quality, development, and providing educational materials for users and healthcare professionals too. So as a company, we strive to passionately make a real difference to everyone every day that uses our products. And that's important this has to fit into your lifestyle. And so we want to continue to evolve and develop and provide a solution for our users.
And doctor, you obviously being a urologist, what's the feedback you've gotten from patients with the low-fric line?
It's been a very, very positive feedback. Many times I'll expose the patients to this TEP catheter, and they're surprised at how easy it is to pass the catheter, how smooth the catheter is, and it really does change their day-to-day life and improves it. And overall, they've been very satisfied with this type of catheter.
Which is great, because when you first think about the word and you hear the word catheter, you immediately kind of cringe, but yet there could be a difference where it doesn't have to be so painful.
Right, it's a delicate topic in general. Anything that can be done to make it easier from a day-to-day standpoint, we're always in favor of.
Nikki, something very important is health insurance and if it's covered. Can you tell us about that?
Yeah, most insurance providers will cover intermittent catheters, but what's really exciting is you can have low-fric, which is the superior, clinically proven product, the most documented catheter in the world. And it's at no extra cost to your healthcare insurance. And when you're catheterizing up to 2,000 times a year, not only is bladder health important, but it's vital to keeping healthcare costs down.
And doctor, I do applaud so much patients today being their own advocates. It's really come a long way.
Yeah, it's very important to realize that, especially with medical products, the generic prescription, like a generic medical tablet, is not the same thing as generic medical device. And I'm always encouraging patients to be aware of what devices we're recommending and make sure they're continuing to use what we're writing for. because there's a big difference between a generic medical device and a trade medical device.
And I'm really looking forward to speaking now with our next guest. I want to thank you so much for the information.
Thank you very much.
Doctor, thank you
Thanks
so
for
much.
having me.
Really appreciate your time. And when we return, we're going to meet two remarkable young people who've met life's challenges head on, living proof that great attitude and great technology together can and do produce great things. More when the Balancing Act returns. See you right there.
I aced the big audition, but it's raining on cloud nine. Can't beat the competition, 'cause they just keep moving up. I got cast on the Glee project. I am doing a reality TV show, and this is my real life.
Welcome back, everyone. We're joined by two remarkable people, Ali Stroker and Jesse Belauer, so accomplished and catheter users as well. Good morning. Thank you so much for joining me.
Thank you.
Now, I know both of you are patient ambassadors for WellSpec. Tell me what led up to that, Ali.
I was in a car accident when I was 2 years old, which left me paralyzed from the chest down, and I have a spinal cord injury.
And you, Jesse?
I actually got hurt surfing right before turning professional.
It's just so amazing how this injury that you both endured has not stopped you. You've done so much, and I want all our viewers to know. I mean, you're an actress, you're a singer. Tell me everything you've done.
I started singing when I was 6 years old, and last year I had the opportunity to be on the Glee project and Glee, and that really changed my life, and I really feel like I am following and achieving my dreams.
That's great. And breaking news here, because Jesse is still surfing. Jesse, I'm going to show some pictures of you, and just tell me, my goodness, it's amazing that you still do this.
Yeah, you know, I grew up surfing since I was 9 years old and got sponsored when I was 12, traveled around the world. And then at 17, I ended up breaking my neck, and I wanted to be a pro surfer. So instead of doing that, I started an organization called Life Rolls On, where we take people with disabilities surfing and skateboarding. We do it all over the country, in Florida, California, New Jersey, Virginia, North Carolina, New York.
Good for
and we give them an opportunity to get that independence, that freedom. And the program's called They Will Surf Again, They Will Skate Again. And it's a beautiful feeling to give back.
Fabulous. And I know you're giving back also by being a patient ambassador to WellSpec. Tell me about that, and tell me about how you're very open about talking about using a catheter, and it's very important for you to do that.
Absolutely. I think it's essential to open up the conversation because there is a lot of fear and embarrassment around catheterization, and there are products out there. I use the Lofric Sense, and it's small and convenient, and I can just throw it in the front of my suitcase or in my purse, and it blends right in with my lady products, and it's really made my life a lot easier.
And Jesse, why has it made a difference for you to use this one?
I use the Hydro Kit, and for me, it's just something that has allowed me to continue doing the things that I love without having the complications of bladder infections, which I had before I used these products. So, I mean, this company has obviously changed my life, and to be able to give back to the community and let them know about it, that's really what means a lot. So they don't have to go through the bladder infections, the stay at home, not being able to do the things that they love. So.
And that's the one thing that comes to my mind when I think of catheter users. I think like, oh my gosh, the infections and the antibiotics, and it's made a difference for you too, this Lofric.
Yeah, it's made a huge, huge difference. I used to have UTIs every month.
Oh my goodness.
And on and off of antibiotics, and so switching over to Lofric really has changed that and made my life a lot easier.
All right, so what's on the agenda now? How high are the waves, Jesse?
Yeah, I think right now at Fort Lauderdale it's probably like 1 to 2 inches.
Oh, that's nothing for you, right?
But yeah.
Piece of cake. I wouldn't even do that.
Yeah.
And
Fishing.
you let us know when you're going to be on stage again? Yes?
Absolutely.
Well, good luck to both of you. Thank you so much for being here today. You guys are such great role models. Really appreciate it.
Thank
and
you.
good luck to you as well, okay? And of course, if you want to find out more about today's topic, visit us at thebalancingact.com. That's thebalancingact.com, or log on to Facebook/The Balancing Act fans. unbelievable. You know, we've been talking here for a few minutes because, you know, this morning, as I was telling you, ladies, I'm sure you can relate if you have kids, especially girls. You know, my daughters compete. They're always on stage.
Yes.
And they're always looking at their legs. And finally, my older one, the 10-year-old, says, Mommy, I want to shave my legs. And I went, what?
10 years old.
10. What?
You're like...
Isn't that something that an adult does, a teenager maybe?
And I, on the other hand, have an 8-year-old and a 13-year-old. And the 13-year-old, on the flight down here, I flew in, she said, Mommy, can I shave my legs? And I didn't really know what to say.
You were taken aback.
I'm taken aback.
I wasn't ready.
And even 3 years later, I'm not quite ready. So exactly when is it okay for our daughters to start shaving? Well, we conducted some polls, and we've also invited an expert to discuss. She's Mary Ellen Lacasse, and she's the director of shaver marketing for BIC USA. We are so glad you're here because we have so many questions.
Could you tell?
I am so happy to be here. Thank you very much.
Well, Mary Ellen, I'm sure you get this question all the time. Exactly when do you, our expert, think it's okay for our daughters to start shaving their legs?
To be honest, it really depends on the girl
Okay.
and the mom. It's one of those things. Some tweens, the instant they see hair on their legs or under their arms, they're ready. They're ready to go. Others are more comfortable waiting until they get a little bit older. So you really have to feel it out. It's a really important rite of passage for them. If they might get embarrassed, if they're playing sports or they're wearing shorts or a bathing suit in the summer. So you really have to be sympathetic, and as moms, just help them through the process.
So there's really no one age.
There really isn't. It really depends on the girl and the mom, and you know what they're doing. If they're, like I said, if they're playing sports and they're in a locker room with other girls who might be shaving, they may feel more peer pressure to start. Other girls, you know, are more comfortable and waiting until they're a little bit older.
Just like my girls dancing, they had that pressure of, you know,
Absolutely.
starting
And
to
my
shave
girls
because
volleyball, they wear the short shorts. And they're
Right,
gonna
versus
get
a sport that has a longer short. You know, it all really depends. So you really have to find the right time for you and your daughter.
And Julie, you know, we talked to a lot of viewers out there to see what
did.
they had to say about this topic. You want to take a listen?
Absolutely.
All right, let's take a look.
So at what age do you think it's appropriate for your daughter to start shaving?
Well, I really don't want her to shave until she's at least 16, even longer. I don't want my little baby to grow up, but basically I think it's more of a safety issue. So the later, the better.
I want my daughter to feel confident, and if shaving helps get her there, I say go for it.
Okay, no surprise there, lots of different reactions.
Yes, everybody has a different viewpoint, and but what we want to know, because we've got the expert here, is what advice, what tips should we really offer and our audience, our daughters out there?
The most important thing you can do is to choose the right razor. BIC Soleil Savvy is a great choice for new shavers because it features 3 individually adjusting flexible blades, which actually move as you shave. And it allows you to get a flawlessly smooth shave. The other thing is you can be confident with BIC Soleil Savvy because it has a ergonomically designed handle that's designed to fit a woman's hand, and it features a comfortable grip, so you don't have to worry about slipping. And the last thing is to encourage them to take their time.
I was just going to mention that because, you know, this has happened to her too. You're in the shower, you get out, you're like, oh, I forgot to shave. You do it really quick, boom, 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 boom. And all of a sudden, what do you feel? Pain. That irritation because you did it dry.
Right. Oh. Absolutely. So first of all, take really slow and careful strokes. Encourage them to, you know, be careful around their knees, their ankles, anything that's, you know, bony. The other thing is that underarm hair can grow in different directions. So you can shave up or down, whatever way works the best for you.
Never knew that.
Yeah. We like a product called EOS. It's a moisturizing formula and it smells fantastic. And we also look for a product that has a lubricating strip right on the razor. BIC Soleil Savvy has vitamin E built right into the lubricating strip
great.
to help pamper your skin.
So that'll help with that irritation.
Absolutely.
I have one question. A lot of people, I think, probably have the same question. Is it better to shave at night or in the morning? Is either preferable?
Actually, shaving at night is a great tip.
Really?
One, it allow your daughter maybe a little bit more time than if they're rushing out the door in the morning. But also, shaving at night gives your skin time to recover. When you shave, you actually remove dead skin cells, but also the superficial layer of your skin. And that's actually a healthy process for your skin, but it does take some time for your skin to restore its strength and suppleness after that.
Does it restore collagen too? Because I could have used that. I'm just kidding. I had to ask. All right, here's another question. Clean skin, does it help with bumps?
Absolutely. Shaving on clean skin will help with both bumps and irritation. We recommend shaving at the end of your shower because it helps reduce bumps and irritation. What it does is the hot water actually reduces hair toughness and increases the longevity of your blade. So shaving at the end of your shower makes the whole process a little bit easier.
And last but not least, cream or gel? What do you say?
You know, I think that's really personal preference. We really like the EOS product, which is a cream shave, but I think what the most important thing is to have a shave prep that you like, that you enjoy the smell, you enjoy the whole experience, and then pick a razor like BA Savvy that has the things that we talked about, the flexible blades, the lubricating strip with vitamin E, the handle with the non-slip grip, and you and your daughter will be all set to go.
And finally, make sure your husband doesn't use it either. Right? Because he'll use my blade and I'll say, what are you doing?
Right. Could please say they come in pink, purple, yellow, so he won't use it. Are
Absolutely. Well, BA Savvy comes in pink, but the entire Soleil line is a rainbow of colors.
Love it. Wonderful. Well, it was so great having you today.
Thank you so much.
Much
It was
good
great.
information for us today. And to check out the BA Soleil Savvy razor featured in this segment and the entire BA Soleil line of razors, please visit feelthesoleil.com. And don't forget to check out thebalancingact.com and use these helpful tips and advice. So much good information on today's show. Be sure to check out our website, thebalancingact.com as well. There's lots there for you.
And don't forget about Facebook and Twitter. Look us up there. And again, as always, we'll see you again really soon, hopefully. And remember to find your balance.
So long, everybody.